Good afternoon, guys. So I was reading today in Exodus 17, and it was the Israelites in the wilderness, and just before Moses makes water out of the rock, and the Israelites are complaining to God that we're thirsty, and he tells them, why do you test God? Why do you test him? And then later in my reading plan, I got to Luke 7. And this is where the centurion, or the captain of the guard, has a servant who's sick. And he asks for Jesus to heal his servant. And so Jesus starts making his way there. And the captain says, no, you don't have to come here. You just need to say the word and it'll happen. I'm a man under orders. I know how this works. I believe in you. You don't have to come here, and I don't have to bring him to you. You can just heal him with a word. Like, you just say it and it's done. And Jesus was taken back by the faith that this man had, that he just trusted. He had such simple, honest trust in him. And when those two passages were compared back to back this morning, it was, here are the people who know God. Here are the people who have just watched him rescue them out of slavery. These aren't even the people of Jesus's time 400 years later. These are the people who were just rescued months before out of slavery in Egypt, and they're complaining about water. And here's a man who isn't even Jewish and yet trusts Jesus enough to say the word, and it's going to be done, that his servant's going to be healed from it. And so my question for you today is, what kind of faith do you have? Do you have that simple kind of trust in God? Those things that you're looking at right now that are scary or overwhelming, or you just feel like aren't going to change. Are you trusting God to have your best? Are you trusting God to work it out for you, that all he has to do is say the word and it'll happen? Because I know I don't always feel that way. I know that I don't always feel like God's got it under control when I look at the situation with my eyes in the natural. That he'll work it out and he'll do what is best in his mind, but I don't always just have that simple trust that it's for my good and that he'll do what he says he's going to do for me. So maybe today we go back to Jesus and the way he was pleased with the captain. Maybe today we go back and look at the captain in Luke 7 and think, that's the kind of faith I want to have, Lord. That's the kind of faith I need to have in you. That's the kind of trust I need to have, is just to let you say the word and walk on that and hold fast to that. Maybe today you go back and read Luke 7 and think about how we don't want to be like the Israelites in the wilderness. We don't want to wander for 40 years. We don't want to get angry and strike the rock multiple times, asking God, why have you not done this already? We just trust that he's going to, because he's a man who gives commands. He's a God who gives commands, not a man. And that when he says something be done, even men do what other men say to do. Why wouldn't the universe obey God? I love you guys. Be blessed.